I have found a really sad house on the gallery, and I think it's time that we give it another chance at life. We allow it to shine and to live and thrive again in Willow Creek. This is the worst house ever makeover. So this is literally the worst house by Nessie Willow Rain, who was on my live stream the other day, and it says this house really exists and it makes me want to die. It's so gross. And I've got to say, it's looking a little bit sad, but we're going to make it into something amazing and beautiful and sunshine and rainbows. So let's just have a look at this house and really see just how bad it is. First of all, these pillars do not match the fencing or balustrade on this deck. The front door doesn't match the build. There is a missing fence on the side of the house. There is missing roof detailing. I think one of the most upsetting things for me is the fact that this one window isn't centered. I really dislike it when people have this platform in builds instead of shifting the stairs directly onto the foundation. What is going on with the roof here? It doesn't even meet this section of the build. The roof patterns are different. This door doesn't even have steps or a foundation. These windows are not even, which is super annoying, and these ones touch the roof line. And when we go into the house, it gets even worse because we have these chandeliers which actually touch the floor. This wallpaper isn't finished. This staircase has no balustrade. The carpet's disgusting, the colors are disgusting. The floor plan doesn't even make sense because you have to go through this archway to get through to the bedroom, which you also have to go back through to get to the bathroom. Look at this green wallpaper. It is heinous. And this has no paint on it either. And then you go down here and there's this weird basement with no balustrade as well. And there's a random couch and fountain in here. And you know, it's just a hot mess. It's a sad house. It needs to be fixed. We need to give life to this beautiful soul that stands here so sadly. And that's what we're gonna do. So let's jump into it. So what I did first up was just get rid of all the ugly walls. I just painted them all white. It's just something that I do to think clearly, I guess, when I'm building. And I decided to get rid of all of the windows. My idea was I'm going to give the whole exterior a huge makeover, but keep the floor plan and inside as similar as can be to what exists right now. So to start off with, I was like, oh, let's go with something really modern. Let's make it kind of boxy and lots of straight lines and kind of cubic in some ways. But then I was like, you know what? I actually want to build a farmhouse. And I actually, at this point, wrote a song this house really inspired me. So I wrote a song whilst I was inspired, and it went something like this. Do you like my farmhouse? Do you like it or not? I think it's pretty awesome. Beautiful song, I know, it will bring a tear to your eye, and hopefully we'll have an album coming up soon, which will be very exciting. Anyway, and maybe a video clip if you're lucky. But anyway, this house was starting to look a little bit more like a farmhouse the more we got into it. I think the real big giveaway for it being more of a farmhouse look is going to be the front entrance. And basically we're gonna have a peaked roof. We're gonna have some brick, like a farmhousey looking brick. So it's kind of like a farmhouse or a contemporary farmhouse inspired build, but it's still very much a suburban home. So there's a little bit of that farmhouse influence and inspiration there, much like my song that I wrote. But anyway, yeah, we're just going around figuring out, you know, what are we gonna use to make the outside look a little bit more dynamic? Because I think that was the biggest problem with it. It just looked really boxy and like just lots of straight walls and nothing else really going on. So by extending the balconies, by adding in, you know, some half walls, we're going to add some gardens in, just giving it a little bit more shape. It really kind of brought the house to life. And although I don't mind the white and black look right now, I really felt like we needed some color and to go with something possibly modern and refined or a little bit more rustic. So right now we're kind of experimenting with lots of different kinds of woods, bricks, seeing what works. We tried black simple brick, white, modern brick. But in the end, we're going to go with a nice rustic red color, and the lighter wood that we have right now is just a little bit too perfect looking. I feel like a lot of the time I like this wood, but I'm like, it doesn't look like it's an exterior wood, like it's too new. It needs to be worn down a little bit more. So we're going to weather it down in a little while. I actually really would love some more wallpapers, to be honest, and some more windows that are interesting shapes, like a plain square glass window would be really good, and some skinnier windows, just plain ones, you know, I would love more of those. And then I thought over here it would be nice to use some of these wood pieces from Eco Living. And originally I was using the shorter ones, but we swapped to these higher ones because they can cut through the level above and actually become the balustrade instead of the fencing, which I thought was a nice touch. And then we're going to also put a roof garden there. Some greenery, I guess, to make this house look a little bit less like a monstrosity, because this house was actually really big. It's a very big house. It's not a little house, so there was a lot of work to be done. So yeah, just popping in some grass around the place, making that little bit of roof garden up here. It's definitely coming to life now, but it still is looking a little bit too, I don't know, clean. We needed to roughen it up a little bit. So on the exterior, you'll see when we look at it, there's actually going to be some beautiful red bricks, but you will see that when we check it out at the end. So moving on to the interior, we've kept it pretty simple with these white walls. We're going to have some feature walls as well with some brick in here, but originally I was going to go with more like vintage furniture, and I just felt like the house, we made it modern, so it needed to have that modern interior, I think, to kind of go with it, but then I didn't want it to be ultra modern. I wanted it to still have that farmhouse vibe. So with the kitchen, we've gone with these more traditional / contemporary kitchen counters. These were from Parenthood and really, really handy. I actually think these are one of my favorite counters to use, but I really dislike the cupboards because the glass on the cupboards, that blue glass looks like, it doesn't look like glass to me. It looks like a blue flat color with some clumsy shading in the corners of it. So I wish there was no glass. I really do. I would have been a lot happier if there wasn't. I also love these rustic lights hanging over the kitchen island, and they're from Eco Living as well. And then the other ones to the right that will hang over the dining table, they're from Tiny Living. And yeah, I like them a lot. And then the big long window that's behind the sink, that I believe was from Get to Work, and that has a mirror on the other side of it. It's like a one-way window. And I use this window a lot in kitchens because it's kind of like our own long pane of glass that's plain and doesn't have a really thick border, and just kind of pretend that the other side wouldn't be a mirror. So if you're like, oh, she's into like mirrored stuff, I'm not really, but it's kind of like we're a little restricted with our windows, if you get what I mean. So in the lounge room, I thought would have a nice traditional fireplace. Again, kind of bringing in that more traditional vibe, but then we're going to have some more modern couches, the clean white walls and black blinds, and this geometric carpet or rug. They definitely make it seem a little bit more modern as well. And I was really, really wanting to use the new Nifty Knitting Pack couches, and they just weren't working for me. So we're gonna use them upstairs in the entertainment room. But this is our formal living area. So no TV down here, just our beautiful big fireplace. These are Tiny Living couches, I think. The rug is from Moschino stuff. And then I believe, oh yeah, these other couches are also from the same pack. Oh no, we do get some Nifty Knitting couches in, that's exciting. And also a Nifty Knitting rocking chair, which is also a bit more traditional looking, but I think it works with a few of the other more modern pieces. The paintings on the back wall are also from, oh, are they from Tiny Living? I might be testing myself right now. And then it took me a while to pick which coffee table I wanted because I felt like a lot of these suited the room. So I was kind of unsure whether I wanted to get this one from Laundry Day stuff or if I wanted to use a Parenthood one. I kind of wish I did go with the laundry day one. You know, looking back on this, I think that would have worked really, really nicely. But anyway, we keep it pretty clean and simple with this more industrial looking one. I suppose if we're looking for words that describe this worst house ever, two beautiful farmhouse, contemporary farmhouse builds, I'm gonna use that description loosely. I think the words would be contemporary, farm, industrial, suburban. I mean, it's quite a mix, but I think it kind of works. And also I love this little poof that's in between the two chairs. Oh, and we actually ended up using this table. I don't even remember what pack this table is from. All I remember is that the swatches are really frustrating because there's not many like neutral swatches. They're all quite colorful, which is nice sometimes, but it just means that it's a little less versatile. And I love this front door as well. That front door is a winner from Eco Lifestyle as well. And then the kitchen, I thought I'd just put this little tea shelf thing that came with Tiny Living as well. And then over here, I was just looking at what we could use as like a coat rack or a little, I don't know, take your shoes off, plop your keys down area. So we're just mucking around with that, and I guess finding that balance between traditional items and contemporary items and seeing what works. But I think by having really plain white walls, it definitely keeps it a little bit more simple. And we're going to be using some more colors on the walls upstairs in the bedrooms. And there's also going to be a twin kids room down here too. So that'll be nice. And the staircase, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I did turn it into an L-shaped staircase. Originally it was straight, but I thought it was just a little bit more fun if it had a bit of a bend or a bit of a kink in it. Yeah, and then over here there was this big space, and I was thinking, well, let's make this a family home and let's have this little family table. Now, I think this table is actually technically for toddlers and this house is for kids, so that was a bit of a mistake. So I guess, I mean, you could swap the kids' beds and have toddlers and then remove that item when they age up. But technically I didn't put a toddler's bed in this house, so it doesn't make much sense picking that activity table. Oh, and I love this light. This was from the bowling stuff pack, and yeah, I love that arrow light. So I decided to put that in the lounge room, and it's perfect because it's kind of got that industrial vibe to it, being made out of metal. And this, I think that light was from, oh, what was, not that light, that clock was from Vintage Glamour Stuff, I think, which I liked that pack because we got the butler. That's what I really liked about it. And then this is going to be the twin kids' bedroom downstairs. Just jumping upstairs quickly though, this is going to be the entertainment room, I suppose. We also created a mezzanine level here, so when we turn the camera you'll see that this level actually has a hole peering down to the lounge room below it. Now in real life this would probably be really, really annoying because obviously all the sound would travel, so if you have the TV on upstairs it would travel downstairs, so it's not very practical. But I thought in The Sims it was pretty cool. And I happen to really love this stand that the TV's on. That was from Eco Lifestyle as well. Really, really like that. Actually, you know what? The furniture in the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 packs, I've been really, really liking. I loved Tiny Living Stuff furniture. I loved Eco Lifestyle furniture. I'm trying to remember the last packs that have come out. I liked Nifty Knitting furniture. I think Nifty Knitting's got some great furniture in it, whilst I'm not that into the whole knitting idea. It's cute to have in the game, and I like the pieces. So I feel like I'm using a lot of those items over and over again because they're just really contemporary and really nice and really well made, so I'm liking them. Here's the exposed brick, which you'll see on the outside of the house as well. And I thought those industrial lights were kind of cool to have on the brick as well. And then over here, the walls were looking a little bit blank. So I thought, why not? Let's just go all out and have a couple of mirrors on either side of the TV. I was having a bit of trouble here with the room. There was a lot of glitching with the walls. So I actually had to restart the game to get rid of this glitch. If you're having this glitch, let me know if you have any custom content or mods in your game, because currently I have no mods in my game. I have some custom content pieces. like hairs and clothes. And I was told that custom content pieces shouldn't alter your gameplay at all, but I think it can, even if it's not a mod. So yeah, you know, these things happen. But anyway, once I got out of my game and went back in again, it was all fixed and good to go, which is good. So as I was saying, this is going to be the twin kids room. So there's obviously 2 single beds. We've got a gray wall for now, but we're going to have a lot of yellow in this room and a lot of bright colors, which is a lot of fun. So the yellow in the room is going to be inspired by a particular rug we choose. I was trying out a whole heap of rugs and I was like, do I like the blue rugs? Do we like the ladybug? And I was like, they're not really working for me. I want something really loud. I want something that really makes everyone feel happy when they walk in the room. And what is a more happy color than yellow? So we're gonna use this spotty yellow rug, which I feel like it would start looking really dirty really quickly in a kid's room in real life. But hey, in The Sims, it looks brilliant. So we're using also the new nifty knitting desk, which I think is very fun and pretty and friendly looking, perfect for a kid's room, just a plain chair there. And then we're just filling up the room with a few kids things. So school bags, violin. What instrument did you learn when you were younger? I played the drums and the recorder, because everyone in Australia plays the recorder. Is that in every country or just Australia that every kid seemed to play the recorder? I don't know if they still do, but when I was at school, you had to. It was just the instrument that everyone played. Oh, I love that yellow wall. And I love yellow and gray still. I've said this for years, but I love those 2 colors together. I used to be really good at the recorder though. Like everyone had to play the recorder, but I think I had quite a secret talent, I'll have you say, because one time I remember the teacher was like, now Maddie, real name, I want you to play this song for the class and demonstrate to everyone how to play it properly. And I remember it was called like The Snail or something, so it was really slow, and I was so proud to play in front of everyone. Oh dear, how embarrassing. But at the time, I just remember that feeling of pride, and it was like, it probably was the easiest song ever. But hey, your girl was good in her class. And then I was like, I want to play the big recorder, and then the bigger recorder, and then the really big recorder, but never got around to that. This is where the basement stairs were. And that wall glitch also gave me an issue in the basement. So I ended up deleting the basement, which I'll be honest, I wasn't planning on doing originally, but it kept not working. So I just cleared the whole basement and turned that room into a knitting room, which is a bit disappointing because I feel like I wanted to keep the whole interior basically the same, except for some minor wall changes. Because I don't think I changed any of the rooms except for that one, so that's a bit of a shame. I think this is technically the original floor plan, but with doors in different areas. I don't think I touched any rooms. So I'm pretty proud of that. You know, the floor plan that looked really bad to begin with, I was like, this is just a headache. It actually turned out to work out so nicely. Like I picked where the kitchen, the dining, the lounge room was instantly, and the bathrooms. This little room here, I was kind of like, what should I do there? And I was like, I got it. I can knock out that wall. So that's probably the only room change we made, was knocking out this wall to make the room a bit bigger. Otherwise, I didn't really know what to do with that room. It could have just remained a wardrobe room and we could have just put an archway there, but it makes more sense just opening it up. So that's the kids' room done. Now we're onto the master bedroom. This is a little bit more simple. I just decided to go with this beautiful blue doona cover or duvet, whatever you like to call it. I thought it was nice maybe having soft blue exposed timber walls. In the end, I think I just changed them to white to go with the skirting boards. You know, easy to change if you want to change it up. This is on the gallery, by the way, if you want to download it. You totally can. It's under the username Deligracy, and just check the box to show builds with custom content, because although I don't think this build has any custom content, because I do have custom content in my game, it flags it anyway. But I don't think I used any in this build. I've seen some requests to please not use custom content when building. So I am, you know, I'm listening to you guys, and I'm listening and I'm providing builds with just Sims content. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I thought this was a really nice master bedroom. I thought it was very like simple, but still friendly and warm looking and cozy. And I love this little corner where there's these chairs. I thought that was like a nice little sitting nook. You know, you could sit there while you put your shoes on. Then we're adding a balcony door to go out to this beautiful balcony where we're going to put a hot tub, AKA what I like to call a sad pool, because I'm just not into hot tubs. I don't understand the whole thing with hot tubs. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway. And then we just needed to fill up the bathrooms. So the bathrooms are all pretty lackluster. They're just pretty much all the same. We've got some greeny tiles. Or are they blue? Blue or green? They're kind of in the middle. The ensuite up here has this bathtub. I thought that bathtub looked a little bit more cottagey instead of just having a modern one, which I'd usually use. So I thought that was kind of fun. It also went with the color of the bathroom, but these are all more or less the same. I just thought we'll just use soft colors and keep them pretty simple, but still nice. And we'll have 3 bathrooms. So we have the main bathroom, we have the ensuite upstairs. Oh no, we have 4 bathrooms because we then have a bathroom for 2 of the other rooms. And for the other room upstairs, this one right here, I thought we'd just make it into either a teen room or another adult room, or potentially, I don't know, a grandparent's room, something like that. So this is a really nice lavender color, and again, another just kind of simple, clean looking room, not too cluttered, but just nice. And making use of this nifty knitting desk as well, which I thought was nice choose. There's a lot of black in this house, actually. A lot of black, like featured colors in couches, doors, all of that good stuff. But let's jump in and have a look at it. Okay, so here is the worst house ever, now looking not so bad. It's our farm inspired house. So this is the exterior you saw a little bit earlier taking shape, but it definitely looks a little bit more rustic now. We've got kind of a mud brick. I might go into build mode just so I can brighten it up a bit so you can see it. So we've got some mud brick walls over here, you know, little flower planters. We've got this big dramatic entrance here that's double height, which I thought was really nice. And then this balustrade here that's made from the eco living things. Little nook area over here, sliding door that goes into the dining room, but can also lead out to the balcony. This is our kitchen mirrored window, which I'm not that thrilled about, but it does fit there. Also this light, I don't think should be there. And then this corner here, we have an interesting kind of wraparound, I don't know, feature of the house. You could remove that if it's a little bit much for you, but I just thought it was a little bit interesting. But let's go into the actual house. So you go to the front door, very dramatic with those double windows. Let's go in and you're greeted with the formal sitting room, which, you know, quite nice. And then you've got the double story height there, which is cute. If you look around the other way, we've got the staircase, little kid play area, and then through here is the dining room and kitchen. So there's our dining room table. My favorite rug in the game is actually that red one. And then over here, I think this is a perfect kitchen. It's just like a really nice, simple design, but plenty of space for your Sims to cook everything up. And then just to the left here is our little home office or home knitting room. They're making big dollars off Plopsy. So that's quite cute. And I also managed to not use any hanging plants in this build, which I was quite proud of, because hanging plants is just all the rage right now. I just want to use them everywhere. So it took a little bit of restraint. Then we've got the upstairs mezzanine level. This light is really, really on the edge there. So let's walk into this room, and this is the very bright yellow kids room, but lots of fun, right? It's just super bright. It's probably a little bit more cluttered than the other rooms in the house. They have their wardrobe, and just through here is their bathroom and shower area. So that's pretty cute. Let's go out here. I also just thought, where is the master bathroom? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so embarrassing. I totally forgot to put a door into the bathroom, or maybe it just didn't save. I don't know. But anyway, the door was meant to go here. There you go. So you can get into the master bathroom. It was just hiding from us. But I thought that was quite a nice bathroom. Oh, and if you go out this sliding door here, what's around outside is just like a barbecue area and a nice little deck. So you could make some hamburgers, grill them up outside, and then, you know, Bob's your uncle. Take them into the dining room. It's not a problem anymore. If we go upstairs, we have the beautiful and refined hallway and keyboard over here, which is nice. We've got the classic IKEA bookshelves, and this is our entertainment room. So we've got the TV there, which is a nice sitting spot. McGinnis is enjoying this TV show a lot. And then this is the little play area, which is so cute. And you could imagine kids being like, hello, to downstairs. Over here, we have the Lavender Room, very calming space, very nice. You can write some music in here if you feel like it. Bookshelves, a nice little bathroom, nothing too crazy. And then if we wander over here, I think this is actually my favorite part of the house, just this hallway. I just really like those lights and the brick wall in this house, just a bit different. And in here is the beautiful master bedroom. So very light, very bright. Yeah. And the sad pool outside. So it's just a barrel of laughs, this house. It's just a good time. Oh, and this is the bathroom with a double sink area, which is quite luxurious. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think. Give it a thumbs up, and be sure to check out my second channel where I post my live streams, and my live stream channel on Twitch. And also, James and I have just launched a joint channel as well. So if you want to keep up with our first video, which we haven't posted yet, make sure you subscribe to that as well. I'll link them in the description down below. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon. Dag dag.